pictures as best I can. And if you can't see the pictures, I'm going to leave this book behind so you all can look at it later, okay? Is that all right? Okay. You guys ready? 'Twas the night before Jesus fed 5,000 men, plus their wives and their mothers, and lots of children. The village was quiet. The streets were all dark. You could hear the trees rustle. You could hear a dog bark. Inside of one cottage, the oven was hot. You could smell loaves of bread and fish in a pot. A small boy was sleeping beside of his brother. They slept on a mat right next to their mother. He knew that tomorrow would be a great day. Jesus is coming, he'd heard someone say. When morning light came, he rose with a bound. He packed up a lunch and headed to town. On a hill near the city, he saw a large crowd. There were hundreds and hundreds, some talking loud. Down near the shoreline, he thought he could see Jesus of Nazareth down on one knee. He heard Jesus saying, "Let children come." So he ran down the hill and got closer than some. Jesus told lots of stories. He said to be kind. He said, "You should love God with heart, soul, and mind." After a long time, his friends said, "Let's leave." But Jesus did something they couldn't believe. He said, "Have them sit down. Let's just feed them all. Let's just feed them all." They cried, "We have nothing, and night will soon fall." Then Jesus replied, "Bring whatever you find." They did what he asked, not knowing his mind. When they came back, they gathered the little boy's food. 5 loaves and some fish. It did not look good. They could not imagine how Jesus could feed all of the people with all of their need. But Jesus just blessed the little boy's sack, then said, "Now go feed them and bring what's left back." The disciples took baskets, now filled to the brim, fed all of the people, and came back to him. They still had 12 baskets of fresh fish and bread that Jesus had blessed, and thousands were fed. Jesus taught us 2 lessons that day on the sand. The first is to give him what we have in our hand. He'll take it and bless it in ways we can't see. He'll use what we give him. He wants you and me. He also was telling his friends on that day that children are special. Don't drive them away. He loves all the children, each boy and each girl, no matter what color or where in the world. He told us his kingdom was open to all who seek him as children and answers his call. That boy and his lunch a long time ago helped so many people, a fact you now know. So take what he gives you and give it right back. He'll use anything, even fish, in a sack. The end.
Yay!
I have just a few books that we're going to leave with you all so your teachers can read to you and you guys can look through the pictures and see, learn more about these stories, okay? Thanks for letting us share with you.
Pastor Oketu, can you please pray for?
Oh, okay. I missed my name. Oh, my new name. Hey, I'm encouraged. Me and our friends, and we're encouraged by you being here and learning a lot. You guys are so disciplined. You're attentive. you listen well, you sing well, and I know I speak for the team. We're proud of you guys.
Yes.
And I want to encourage you to continue learning. Learn the rest of your life. You never stop learning. And you like what's back there, don't you? Hey, can I pray for you guys? Can we pray together? Our Heavenly Father, we're thankful for these children. Lord, we know how special children are to you. Lord, I pray that these young boys and girls will continue to grow in their knowledge of just things we need to know, but Lord, they grow in their knowledge of you. Lord, I pray for each and every one of them. Lord, that you would protect them. Lord, the young people in this room, as we were told earlier, the president of Kenya could be right here. So Lord, we pray that you would continue to do a work in this school, continue to do a work in each and every kid's life. And we pray this in your Son's name, who loves us more than we could ever imagine. Amen.
Amen.